Hello and welcome back to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up and Co. And so after 10 rounds, 10 weeks of intense battling and racing, we finally come to the final round, round 10 of our Scirocco Sunday Championship. And well, we're in Canada, in Montreal, at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, one of our new venues here in the championship. A 2.7 mile clockwise circuit, 13 corners, as I say, located in Montreal, named in honour of the Canadian racing legend Gilles Villeneuve, two-time Formula One World Championship runner-up. And, well, a magnificent circuit, very technical the first part, and quite fast the second part. But this is going to be quite hectic here. 24 laps around on this final endurance race of the championship. And so what I'll do is I'll run through the point situation at the end, or the top three at least. We've still got Adi, Pablo and Tiddy fighting for that championship. Adi's got one hand on the trophy at the moment, so hopefully, well, for his sake, he will complete it and get the job done. So let's go through this grid then, and let's get this race started. So Tiddy Milk in pole position. We've got Smith in second place. Got to thank Smith for the replay. Adi in third, Hodgie in fourth, Colesberg fifth, Ginger in sixth, Pablo seventh, Rick in eighth, DB ninth, and Love Rocket Rods in 10th. So only 10 drivers, quite a few down here on this final race. Sure, it won't matter though. Here we go then, watch those lights, and we will be off as soon as they're out. Away we go. So slightly shortened grid of cars, but still going to be entertaining, I feel, as they come down into turn one now, past the Wall of Champions, round this right hander, all looking quite neat and tidy through there. Ginger's up the side of Colesberg. I think Ginger might be having a look. No, Colesberg's just got the headroom in as they come into this first chicane here. Now, we just had our last championship, a Wednesday night championship on this exact circuit, so we do know a little bit about it now. But so the guys have had plenty of practice. As Smith now having a look at our leader Tiddy Milk, quite getting past Tiddy there as they come down this back straight. Hodgie all over the back room now, he's got some pace there. Blue and black Scirocco, oh, someone's gone very wide, track limits there. They might get away with it as it was early doors. I think it was 80 actually, so championship leader, I think, just running off a little bit wide on those hard tyres. Now he's going to be under pressure from Love Rocket Rods, who goes flying past into 7th place on those soft tyres, but 80 up the inside of both Love Rocket and Rick. So 80 up to 6th, so I don't think it take long for him to get a couple of places back there, did they? And side by side now between Rick and Love Rocket Rods as they come down this final straight into the chicane at turn 13, 12 and 13. Chitty there in the lead, Smith, then Hodgie, Colesberg, someone's gone straight on, and that's a bit early again for a pit stop, but someone's gone in, and it is 80 after just one lap has gone in on the hard tyres. So it's meant to be a minimum of 3, so we've seen this before, haven't we? They've come in, maybe have a little, I don't know what the idea of that would be. Maybe he's got a drive-through. Yeah, it looks like a drive-through. Actually, he might have had a drive-through penalty, so he's going to get that and take that early, get it out of the way. It will, of course, put him right to the back of this field now. But our leaders, as they were, Tiddy, Smith, Hodgie, that's going to help Tiddy out, of course, with Adi right back there. Obviously a long way to go, only lap 2 of 24, but being that Tiddy is second in the championship, fighting for the lead with AD. Here he is sitting out front, so picking up maximum points at the moment. So obviously we're having a hell of a lot more than what AD is at this point, but as they come through this second chicane, all quite settled through there, the top 3, Colesberg in 4th, then Ginger, good showing by him in 5th place, Rick in 6th, Pablo in 7th, Love Rocket Rods in 8th. I think he missed a couple of rounds, Love Rocket Rods, so he returns here for the final round. See what he can do. DB in 9th, and then AD, we know, back there in 10th place. See Tiddy all over the back of Love Rocket rods now. Just beginning to fall away, these two, from the rest. Love Rocket on the soft tyres with DB also on the soft, so both on soft tyres. Haven't made the greatest of starts, have they? Those faster compounds. They've just got held up. There's not very many places to pass around this course, so maybe that's the issue, as we see Hodgie made his way up to second now. Now, where was Smith? Smith's made a mistake. He's all the way down to fifth. Now, what happened to him? Was it the chicane? Ah, there it was. It was at the hairpin, actually. So, he was up in second place, wasn't he? Trying to chase down our leader, Tiddy. Must have got his braking wrong here. Oh, and he did. Oh, and right up the inside of Tiddy. I was fortunate not to take the leader out. Just sort of give him a bit of a glancing blow front right of his car there, but fortunately for Tiddy, I don't think he's got any damage. He can carry on, so that was good driving, really, I suppose, from Smith to avoid major damage to both of them, but that's dropping down to fifth place. But the man on the charge is Hodgie, up to second now. He hits these curbs. His curbs are dangerous. You've got to be careful in these cars. They can really throw you off, as Rick is in now on the soft tyres after 3 laps. Now, what's going on here with these boys? Has he got to drive through as well? Possibly. Because, again, a bit early to come in on soft tyres, especially after only 3 laps. So that's an odd one as well. I think there's a couple of guys with either stop or goes or drive-throughs, penalties, possibly from last race, maybe. Or somewhere they've picked up some penalties, maybe in practice. Qualifying, but either way, they're back in the pack now, them two. So they've got some work to do. Ginger in 4th place. Good showing from Ginger, probably the best we've seen of him so far, and he's all over the back of Colesberg as well. He's eyeing up that 3rd place as Ginger. Holiday in yellow car up the inside now of Colesberg, on the brakes into the chicane. And does he get it done? No, he doesn't. Colesberg got that tighter line, although he does take a little bit of the inside curb now. He might get a penalty as Smith takes advantage. Yeah, second penalty there from Colesberg. Thought he might. I think it lets you have it the first couple of laps, but after that it's not so forgiving, as Colesberg then has to avoid action of hitting the back of Smith. He's going to lose another place, is he? No, he's not. Pablo right up behind him, but a couple of bad corners there for Colesberg. The chicane wrong, picked up the second penalty, then nearly messed it up at a hairpin and allowed Pablo to go through, but he has let him through. Actually, that was a penalty, so he's back to 6th place, but ahead of them, Smith now attacking Ginger for 3rd, and up the inside he goes. Great move, lovely and clean from Smith, and he is through into that 3rd podium place. And now Pablo also getting the run on Ginger. I think Ginger just done over a little bit there in the final chicane. Smith went through and then kind of put him off, I think, and that allowed Pablo to go through as well. And now he's under pressure from Colesberg all of a sudden. Now, what's happened with Ginger? Has he got some... Oh, when he runs it out, he hits the wall. Now he's got some damage, or he will have. It looks like he's got some steering damage at right, left. I mean, it's not showing, but the way he was just veering about left to right there, did look like his steering. There was some damage there somewhere, so we'll keep an eye on Ginger, but he loses another spot to Colesberg in the meantime. It looks like he just can't get it turned, so something not quite right with that car, I don't think, at the moment. I'm Rocket behind him in 7th, for DB in 8th. We know that AD and Rick is in 9th and 10th place. So let's have a look at our leaders and see how Hodgie's doing. Well, Hodgie is falling all the way back. Now, as he had a moment, got no damage there. They're both on soft tyres, but Tiddy is really going away with this, and I think he's smelt a bit of an opportunity here. Wasn't that far behind in the points between himself and AD, and he can smell a bit of blood here. He's tearing away in the lead here. Is Tiddy coming down now into turn 12 and 13. So he crosses the line now to start lap 5 and puts in another fastest lap, a 1:45 dead. Roger got that wrong, completely got it wrong there through turn one. Did you see that? Now, does he get a penalty for that? As you see, as he comes down out of the final corner, crosses the line to start lap 5. Now watch his line into here, completely got it wrong. Oh, he's touched the grass on the inside, and he went to turn it, and he just cut it so. Just caught it on the outside of turn 1 there, didn't he? And he does pick up half a second. So that was for just cutting that corner a bit harsh. He just got his rear wheel on that grass on the right hand side going into turn 1, and that was the result. Smith in third, Pablo also looks like he's on a bit of a charge in fourth now. I think probably these are all soft guys. Yeah, they're all on the soft tyres, along with Colesberg in fifth, Ginger as well, Love Rocket as well, DB as well, Rick. In fact, they're all on softs apart from 80, who's on the medium tyres. So maybe he did go in and change, because it does look like brand new tyres to me. Although I haven't said that, he hasn't done many laps as he ran at the moment. The first lap he was straight in the pit lane, so if that was a change from the hard tyres, and he clearly hasn't done his full quota of laps, has he? Maybe, so he's changed. Yeah, something's not quite right there, but we see this last time out, didn't we? Now, of course, this is the final round, so if it turns out that he hasn't done the full amount and he picks up a penalty, that will, of course, run over into the next championship. And if he does get promoted here and becomes champion, or till he picks up half a second, then obviously he'll go up into the league above, but that will continue that penalty, the penalty. So he'll still get whatever it will be, another drive-through, possibly whatever the stewards decide, but it will run over into whatever league he's in regardless. So he might decide to come in and do a couple more, just finish off the amount they went to take, but we don't know. Normally they come in early, they don't tend to finish, these drivers don't tend to take it, but we only had a couple of instances, to be fair. Anyway, Tiddy in front by some now, half a second, that's not going to really matter. Hodgie in second, he's taken his penalty now. Got nothing in front of him, but he is being chased down by Smith in third place, having good races. Smith. Pablo in fourth, just falling behind it, a little bit wide there. Just see him kicking up a bit of dust, grass there on the exit, which has allowed Colesberg to just get a little bit closer. Colesberg looking pacey there in fifth place. Lap 6 of 24. Required 2 stops minimum here for these guys, because they have to run all compounded tyres. So obviously that will mean 2 stops. Back here we've got Ginger and Love Rocket attacking each other and having a go, but I think if that was Ginger, just run it a little bit, getting it a bit wrong through the hairpin. There's Love Rocket who's going to take him now. Goes past up to 6th place, but BB's not far off, and this is as they hurtle down Casino Straight. Into the hairpin, and well behaved through there. Ginger gets that wrong again, and he's all over the place, and I think DB might have got it wrong as well, because Love Rocket has pulled a big gap there. So Love Rocket clearly got a better drive through that chicane than what Ginger and DB did, because they lost a lot of ground on him just at that point. It's Rick in 9th. I'm not sure if he's come in and changed. I don't think he did. I think he went in and done a penalty drive through for Rick, and 80 in 10th place, who I think did change. There's only 10 drivers here, so maybe 80's worked out, he's done his maths, worked out that he obviously doesn't need to win the race. Maybe he only needs 10th place finish to secure that championship, because it seems to me like he's not in too much of a rush or too bothered about getting up towards where Tiddy is. Tiddy, on the other hand, is the chaser, isn't he? He's the one who's chasing down AD along with Pablo, but Pablo down there in fourth at the moment. But Tiddy is obviously AD's closest rival on track and on in the points situation. So his Tiddy has got everything to play for. So he's just going to go out there, try and get maximum points. There's not really much he can do other than that. And all he can really hope for maybe is that AD doesn't finish, has to retire through mechanical issues or other issues. But at the moment, it might be just enough what AD's got there. So Tiddy will continue. He's continuing. He's getting away from Hodgie, who scrapes that outside wall. From turns 3 and 4 now into 6 and 7. Now to 8 and 9. And into turn 10, which is the hairpin. It's all closing up a bit now because both Pablo Kolsberger also come into play with these two. Smith closing down Hodgie as Hodgie runs it wide, and Smith said, "Thank you, I'll have that inside line now." And he just tries to close the door, but Hodgie just got his nose in there. Now it's a drag race down Casino Straight towards turns 12 and 13. Final chicane before that start and finish line. Hodgie's just grabbed it at the moment. He's just got it by a bumper. But Smith's going to be on the brakes. He's going to be on the inside line if they don't go into pit lane, which is just to the left, straight on. Smith does it. So good move from Smith. Up to second place for him. Tiddy's gone, so I don't think there's much they can do about him at this point. So they'll just battle for their own podium places at this time. Hodgie still trying to get that second place back, but can't get it done at the moment. There's Pablo and there's Kolsberg. So these two are chasing down Hodgie and Smith. So if these two, now Kolsberg got to be a bit careful. He may get a penalty there. Just took that side curve a little bit too straight. No, he's okay. Got away with it a little bit there. This battle here between Hodgie and Smith. Look at this, and Pablo's joining in now. It's just Kolsberg who's just falling back off of this at the moment, but Pablo looks a little bit interested all of a sudden. He wants to be part of this battle. So go into turn 10 again. Hodgie, did he run it a little bit wide there? And he did, and that's allowed Pablo to get right up behind him, and he's going to, well, there's not going to be much difference in these cars. They're identical, of course, but help with a little bit of slipstream as they come down towards turns 12 and 13, and he may get, Hodgie's covered it, couldn't quite get it, Pablo. So Hodgie's still in third at this point. So they go over the line to start that 10. So almost halfway through this race already. Stunning venue. Location is lovely. Right on the edge of St. Lawrence River, which runs alongside this circuit and splits both the circuit and the main city of Montreal itself. There it is. There's St. Lawrence River out to the left. Beautiful setting this is. It's been topped off with the sound of these Siroccos and the Ultimate Racing League. It's been here for the last over a week here in all different categories. This is the final showdown. This is the final weekend. This is the final day of the championship, as we know. And Pablo having another look at Hodgie, and again Hodgie shuts that door. Pablo again couldn't get it done, so Hodgie's becoming a bit of a nuisance to Pablo at this point. He really can't get past him. He's doing a great defensive job, is Hodgie, but at the time this is allowing Smith to get away from him. He's there in second place, so he's there's that gap. Look at it, Hodgie and Pablo fighting, and Smith looks very comfortable. Looks like he's got that car well under control through the chicanes without hitting any curbs, and looking pretty good there in second place, whilst Hodgie and Pablo are still fighting it out. Colesberg sitting there waiting patiently to see if anything happens. At the moment, no joy. But all happening up here, this top five. Some great battles, but Pablo runs it wide. Another scrape of that wall, that left side of his car. It's going to have a lot of damage on it. But of course, these drivers know this is the last time they'll be driving these cars, so really they're just set for the scrap heap anyway. So they're going to be going out, no holds barred, and just absolutely giving it everything they got in these cars. Getting into the hairpin turn 10, and Pablo again having a real good look at Hodgie, but Hodgie with a really tight line through there. Don't allow Pablo to get through at all. No room at the end there for Pablo. At Chidi, we haven't seen out the leader for a while, but then we wouldn't, because he's almost in a different postcode up there. He's already through the final chicane and he's already over the line to start lap 12. Smith is just coming on to the start or finish now, so that's the gap between himself and Smith in second. And Colesberg has come in on those soft tyres, so he's decided halfway through this race that it's time for his first stop. Hodgie and Pablo still third and fourth. Love Rocket, there he is in fifth. There's them guys just going round turns 1 and 2. So he's not a million miles away, he's Love Rocket, but what's he got? Has he got enough to get himself back close enough to get himself involved in that battle at the top? This stage is on those soft tyres. All these, in fact, are all on the soft tyres, aren't they? I think it was only Adi that wasn't when we last checked. So these soft tyres will be starting to feel a little bit different. Too bad, but obviously losing some wear now. Ginger in 6th place. After a good start, Ginger, he's a couple of corners where a few laps ago now he sort of got beat up a little bit and looked like he had some steering trouble. Looks like he may have maybe okay now, but a little bit of weaving around it looked like, so maybe there was a little bit of coming together with someone and it just knocked something out of place a little bit. But he's there in 6th place, looking okay at the moment. DB in 7th. DB really has just been one of those drivers throughout this championship where you don't really see him get involved in too many battles. Kind of keeps himself to himself. I'm sure he wants to be in his battles, but for some reason it just always ends up that he on his own a little bit as Ginger dives in and Hodgie. So finally Pablo has got past Hodgie because he's dived into pit lane, so up to 3rd place goes Pablo. 4th for Love Rocket, 5th for DB. Colesberg, there he is, just crossing the line now in 6th place. Hodgie just leaving. pit lane now. Where is he in conjunction with Colesberg? There he is. So Hodgie's going to come out just ahead of Colesberg. So back to 7th he goes. So that was a quick turnaround from Hodgie, wasn't it? So the stop here is quite a fast one. He has come out on those hard tyres. Now he's going to have to get some temp in those now, because it's going to take him a few laps for those to really get up to speed as Colesberg goes past him on those mediums. And new mediums as well. He's only just come in about a lap ago, so he's certainly had better tyres than Hodgie at the moment. Hodgie will just do what he's got to do on what he's got at the moment. He's got, as I say, minimum of 3 laps to do. You can obviously run them for longer if you wish, but most guys just, especially in this championship anyway, tend to just do the minimum, and then they just want to get them off, get something on a little bit better. We're on lap 13 of 24, so laps are certainly clicking off here. Now Smith from 2nd is in. It's Rick in 8th place to his stop and go. Soft tyres, Ginger in 9th. 3-second penalty for Ginger. That must have been, yeah, that's obviously a pit lane penalty. Must have crossed the line, either coming in or going out. Probably more likely going out, exiting pit lane, that he would have picked that up, and he's going to take that off now as AD in 10th. Will get right up behind Ginger now. AD's been in 10th place since lap 1. Oh, now I thought we were going to hit him, but he's in. AD straight in, and this is his 2nd stop, so AD is going to come in off those mediums, and I believe he's got the soft tyres to still run, or is he going to put on the hards for another couple of laps? Let's see. Let's just stay with AD at this point just to see. I'm intrigued. Look like the soft tyres to me. The exits pit lane now. No, his mediums again. So he's having another stint on the mediums then. No, they are the softs. It didn't change until now. So they are the soft tyres. So yes, soft tyres now for 80. Now does Tiddy, our leader, it looks like he's going very quick. Looks like he could be going in. No, he's not. No, suddenly broke and went through turns 12 and 13. Still out in front. Ahead of Pablo, who's got himself to 2nd place now, but Tiddy 1:44.9 now, so he's into the 44s, leading this race. Sorry about that, and welcome back. I had to go for a bit of an emergency toilet break there, which is why there was that really long silence. But I'm sure you've been enjoying watching Tiddy Milk driving around. It's obviously come in and gone out on the hard tyres, which I've missed, but sorry about that. Yeah, I've got no one to, unfortunately, no one else in the commentary box that can cover me while we do these sort of breaks. But anyway, I'm back and we are on lap 16. Got Pablo in second place, Tiddy still out in front, which is no surprise with the gap that he had anyway. But he's obviously gone in to pit lane, changed onto those hard tyres. Then we've got Smith in third place, chased down by Carlsberg, who again just gets it a little bit wrong, doesn't he, through. So that turns 3 and 4, sorry, no, 6 and 7 through there. Now it's coming down to 8 and 9, and then up to the hairpin turn 10, but it struggles a little bit through the second chicane into the hairpin. They go. Pablo just in front of them, who hasn't slowed down from second place. All of a sudden, he looks like has he got an issue? He's on the hard tyres, maybe that's all it is. So he's falling back into the clutches of Smith, who's also on the hard tyres actually, and Carlsberg on the medium. So Carlsberg with slightly better tyres in theory. Through turns 12 and 13 to complete lap 16 and to start lap 17. So we are coming to the back end of this final race here in Montreal, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. These spectators here have been treated to some excellent racing round here from the Ultimate Racing League, as we see Love Rocket Rods now up to 4th place. Smith exiting pit lane. Just be careful of that line. It's that line I think that Ginger must have hit to get that 3-second penalty. He done that okay, Smith. Yeah, he's fine in 5th place. Then there's Hodgie with DB chasing him down in 6th and 7th place respectively. So DB in 7th now. Has he got talking about him not involved in too many battles, but he could get himself into a battle here if he can get onto the back of Hodgie. What's DB on? He's on the hard tyres. Hodgie's on the medium, so Hodgie should have a little bit of an advantage, certainly in the corners. There's evidence of it there, just can't get it turned. DB. That's going to lose him time from Hodgie. And here comes 80, so he's now got himself to 8th place after his 2 stops. Soft tyres. This is not what Tiddy wanted to see. He didn't want to see AD getting himself up through the field, and in fact he just wanted him to see him not finish at all, but it's looking like he's going to finish. AD. Pablo's in from 3rd. It's Rick. He's dropped down to 9th. It looks like he's been in and come in and out on those half tyres. Ginger also looks like he's been in and come out on the medium, so he's back down to 10th place now. But Pablo is in pit lane. Now where does he come out? Let's have a quick look. He's going to come out in 3rd, is he? Well, Smith just gets him at this point, but he might be ahead when he gets out of. He is. There you are. It's going to be close. Yeah, Pablo does it. Just gets ahead of Smith out of pit lane, and that's going to put Smith in a good position to have a go at Pablo and try and get back that 3rd place, what he temporarily had at that point, for a few yards at least. So Pablo on the mediums, so too is Smith. So it's going to be a close battle, this one, I think, here at lap 18. So 7 laps to go, including this one. Tiddy still holding the fastest lap of 1:44.9. If he can get the fastest lap as well, as Smith just almost gets it wrong through the chicane now. If Tiddy can keep that fastest lap to the end. It's just in pit lane now. He will get extra bonus points for that as well. So chasing down Pablo now to 4th place. It still stays in 4th as they come through the final chicane. Out the other side, start lap 19. So yeah, Tiddy, if he can get the fastest lap bonus points as well as maximum points, although he has been taken by Carlsberg now, so where did that change take place? He's been in and come out, hasn't he, Tiddy? So he's come out on the medium tyres. Obviously Carlsberg grabbed that lead whilst he was stationary. So Carlsberg winning it, but he is on the medium tyres along with Tiddy, but Tiddy obviously with slightly better medium tyres. We know how quick Tiddy can be, but Carlsberg's going to try and hold him up as much as he possibly can, which is be difficult because you know Tiddy's fast and he's quite aggressive driver. Aggressive as in not dirty aggressive, just fast aggressive. Here he goes, immediately attacks Carlsberg. Has a little bit of a touch there on exit, but gets that lead back, and that's exactly what Tiddy wants. I mean, he's not really fighting Carlsberg in that championship, but he wants their maximum points. He needs to grab as many as he can. Going back to my point about that fastest lap, you can grab maximum points as well as that bonus points. It might be enough to just give him that title. Having said that, AD is up to 6th place now, and that's not what Tiddy wants. So, but we have still got, well, 4 laps now. Sorry, 5 laps as they cross the line to start lap 20, and we are into the final throes of this race. So Tiddy leads it from Carlsberg in 2nd. We've got Pablo in 3rd with half a second penalty. Smith in 4th. That's going to push him right up close to him once he takes that penalty, if he can stay with him, Smith, up to that point. Hodgie in 5th place. Just started to go back a little bit here, Hodgie. AD into 6th place, which might be enough to clinch the title. Love Rocket in 7th. Really been in any kind of battles here, has he, Love Rocket? So just going through the motions a bit there in 7th. Ginger in 8th place now. DB in 9th. He's come in and come out on mediums. Rick at the back there in 10th place on those mediums. So back up the front here, and Tiddy and Carlsberg both coming through turn 10 at the hairpin down towards 12 and 13. I mean, turn 11 is actually that little kink there. I mean, it's barely a turn, isn't it? But they do class that as turn 11. But I wouldn't say it was, to be fair, but that is classed as turn 11. Oh, and there goes Carlsberg. And was that a mistake, or he is purposely coming in? So that has now put Tiddy Milk, and will put Tiddy Milk with a really commanding lead again as he starts lap 21. It will be in a great position to take victory here in this final race. So Pablo now up to 2nd. Smith will grab that 3rd podium place. Now where's Carlsberg? He must be exiting soon, and there's the guys ahead of him. There's both Pablo and Smith. So Carlsberg isn't going to grab any of those, so he's going to stick in 4th place at this point. Or is Hodgie going to be that close behind him? Or he's having to fight with AD there. AD and Hodgie going for it. So maybe AD doesn't want to finish last and wants to get maximum points. I can't see him getting anything off for Tiddy at the front, but looks like he's going to grab Hodgie as they come through. That's a great move on the outside into turns 3 and 4. Now into 8 and 9 and down towards the hairpin, and Hodgie's going to line up a move at the hairpin here on AD. AD's going to try and cover, but I think Hodgie might get it. No, he doesn't. Can't quite get him on the brakes, and AD is going to keep that 5th place, so that's another place for AD. His quest to become champion. So down Casino Straight now with just a few laps to go. There's Pablo in second. Tiddy's already out and through turns 1 and 2. He's coming down to 3 and 4. Pablo's just going through 1 and 2 now. Smith in 3rd. Holsberg in 4th. There's AD in 5th, we know. Just ahead of Hodgie in 6th. Then Love Rocket in 7th. Ginger 8th. There's DB in 9th and Rick in 10th place. It's good to see we've got all 10 cars still going. No one's retired from that race. But our leader Tiddy really has been in this position right from the start. Had a massive lead, then went into do his stops, got them out of the way, and he's back in the lead again with that massive lead again. So we're it's a hairpin for another time, but a couple more laps to go here down Casino Straight. He will be starting the penultimate lap very soon when he comes through turns 12 and 13 along that start and finish to complete this lap. So start of the penultimate lap, half a second for him is not going to make a lot of difference. And through he goes. Pablo will actually might end up with a 2nd place. So after what appeared to be a bit of a no-show from Pablo early doors in this race, I suppose we're not really surprised. We've seen it before, haven't we? He tends to come good in these longer enduro races. He knows his strategy. It didn't look like he was fighting. Obviously 3rd in that championship, isn't he? So he was up there. Don't think he could quite grab the championship lead at all, but finishing the top 3 will be a real bonus for him. And now out there in 2nd place, so will be a good showing. It doesn't look like he's going to be under any pressure either. He's got Smith in 3rd behind him. Tiddy, of course, he's probably his closest rival. Tiddy ahead of him, and he's not going to catch him. So Pablo, I think, will be, well, reasonably happy with 2nd place. If it means that he can finish in the top 3 of the championship, it's been a success, hasn't it, really? Let's be honest. But we'll go back to our leader as he just goes through the final couple of corners, heads on down the straight to start the final lap here in the final round, the final race of the Scirocco Championship. It's been a great spectacle. Can't wait to see what I've got coming up next time round in the Sunday Championships. Of course, we'll all go off, have a little bit of a break for a few weeks, and then we'll be back with new drivers, new cars, hopefully some new additional tracks and circuits. But that's all still to be revealed. So at this point, let's get this one out of the way. And, let's see. In fact, let's stay with Tiddy Milk. In fact, let's go with Tiddy Milk on board to the end of this lap, and let's see him complete the race. So this is turns 8 and 9. This is now up the gearbox to turn 10, the hairpin. We're down to second or first gear here. Yeah, down to first for Tiddy. Takes a nice tight line through there, very wide exit. It allows you there. Now it's all the way down, all the way through the gearbox along Casino Straight. Really doing a bit of victory weaving from Tiddy. He knows that he's done everything he can do. Yeah, it's been a great, successful season for him. And here he is coming through the final couple of corners. We'll go outside of the car now. Let's see him flash to the lights, I suspect, as well. Maybe not. Wins it. Well done to Tiddy. Congratulations. Pablo will get that second place, so well done to him as well. Didn't look like he was going to get it early doors in this race, but as I say, I think he knows what he's doing, really. Pablo, second place there. Smith, probably the best result he's had, I think. Here, yeah, flashing the lights from Smith, I think it is. Well done to him. Thank you again for the replays. 80, well, fourth place in the end. Is that going to be enough? I think it will be. Colesberg in fifth place, good from him. Hodgie will come in sixth place after a strong showing there. Love Rocket on his return will get seventh. Ginger will get eighth place. DB, 2 seconds to Ginger, but he's not going to add to him. Will get ninth place. And Rick will come in 10th, get that final place. So 10 cars, 10 finishers. Tiddy with the fastest lap as well, 1:44.9. That is your race here at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. So thank you all. I want to thank everybody, all the commentators, all the drivers, all the teams, everyone at URL that puts all this stuff together. Otherwise I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be doing this for you, for the entertainment. But thank you everybody, and I will see you again soon. Now I will just quickly run through how they finished. And AD did win that championship on 297 points, so congratulations to him. Promotion for AD. Tiddy wasn't that far behind in the end, 291, so only 6 points difference in the end, so really unlucky for Tiddy, but good second place still. And Pablo did grab that third place in the championship on 286, so really nothing in it between those boys, with Rodders in fourth place, quite a way back, so really close to the top three. They all deserve to be promoted. I hope everything goes well for them. Hopefully, you never know, I might even be commentating on those. We will see. So that's me done here. Thank you all again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.